Alright, so as someone who's been looking for a budget option switches wise, I found out that Akko came out with a line of budget friendly switches that come in at around 10 USD for 45 on their website. So I decided to pick up a pack and see if they're worth it and or comparable to some more expensive switches. Alright, so I decided to go with the Lavender purple switch because of how it fits my need in a keyboard switch. Firstly, it has to be tactile, and secondly, the actuation has to be light. Alright, so the reason I went with Lavender purples is how the operating force is 36 grams, because I own Holy Pandas and their operating force is 67 grams, and this means it's almost half of the Holy Pandas, therefore making them lighter to type on for my little baby fingers, because I really don't like typing heavy, and I really can't play games on heavy switches unless I'm playing an FPS game. For example, I play Osu, and I don't like to click on heavy switches, man. I get tired. Alright, so moving on with purchasing these switches, I recommend that if you're outside of the United States, you purchase these switches off of other websites such as AliExpress. This is because of the high delivery fees you face when buying off the Akko website if you don't live in the United States. Personally, I live in Canada, and AliExpress has a much better offer than the Akko website itself. They come in with free shipping, and a price comparable to the ones on the Akko website, coming in at $13 US. Alright, so the switch just came in, and I'm gonna go pick them up right now.
Shit. Sick. Alright. Yo. Here they are. Alright. Let's go back to house. Oh my god. Out of breath from all that teleporting. But we got the package, baby. Alright, let's see what's inside.
I was initially surprised by how nice the Akko Lavender purples were packaged, because they came with a nice sticker and a thank you note, and were also packaged in this beautiful box for what you wouldn't expect for this budget price. Alright, so the first thing I thought of when I unboxed these switches was, this feels like a luxury switch unboxing. This is because of how each switch is laid out in a plastic sheet and then covered by another plastic sheet to keep them all in place and uptight. Normally, I'm used to receiving my switches in a bag, and I'm fine with that, but this is really going above and beyond. I really love it. One part I really love about these switches is how vibrant the lavender purple color is. This can be comparable to the C3 Tangerine switches, in which the orange is super vibrant like you wouldn't expect it to be. This purple is really nice, and I'm really loving the look of these switches. Alright, so now moving on to the sound test. My first thought when I heard these lavender switches was, do these come factory lubed, and do they come factory spring lubed as well? But Akko clearly states on their website that they do not ship their switches out pre-lubed because it may impact the lifespan of their switches. So personally, I thought these were really impressive because of how they sounded. They sounded like they were pre-lubed before, and they really have a nice, strong, tactile feeling and a really good sound to them. Personally, I really enjoy them. Alright, so now I'm going to be testing the sound of the switches directly into the microphone by pressing onto the stem. And sorry for my fan audio on my desktop, I know it's pretty loud, but I can't control that. Alright, so this will be the first test with the lavender purples. Alright, now I'll be testing the switches with a keycap on them. Alright, so now I'll be taking apart my Tofu 60, which currently has the fake Holy Pandas in it, to replace them with the stock lavender purples. Alright, so while I'm putting together my keyboard with the new Akko lavender purple switches, I'll be comparing the sound of my old keyboard compared to the one with the new switches. Keep in mind that each keyboard will sound different depending on your case, depending on your plate, and depending on the size of your case, or depending on a lot of factors. I currently have a pretty radically stabbed Tofu 60, which could sound hollow and both pretty bad on the stabs. So watch out for what yours may sound like. Alright guys, so this is the typing test with the fake Holy Pandas. Alright, here's a sound test on the Akko Lavender Purples. Alright guys, so I really hope you enjoyed those two sound tests comparing the two, and so now I'm going to give you guys my personal opinion on these switches to conclude this video. Alright, so overall, I really love these Akko switches. I really feel like they have great potential after you can mod them and do whatever you want to them. Because for 10 bucks for 45 switches, I really think this is a great deal, and if you're looking for a budget option that isn't gator on yellows like everyone is recommending, and you want an actual good tactile with insane tactile feedback, I'd say that these Lavender Purples have been really nice to type on, and like I said, they provide great tactile feedback. I'd say even or better than my fake holy Pandas, and the fake holy Pandas are pretty comparable to the real ones because of how they use the same materials and everything, but just at a much cheaper cost on AliExpress. But yeah, overall, I really recommend the Akko switches, and if you really want to pick them up and you want really a good budget option, I recommend you go pick them up, because not everyone wants to buy gator on yellows and type on linears, right? So I hope you enjoyed this video. It was my first time trying to make a serious video, and you know, even though the production quality is not the best, I really hope you enjoyed. So until next time, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.